Welcome to Day 42, Additional Work with Complex Text. Your learning targets for today are: I can describe what water solutions look like and sound like. I can understand and practice using complex English language structures. The materials that you will need are the water pollution article, the journal or sheet of paper that has the set problem solution chart that we used in our previous lesson, and a pencil. In our previous lesson, we read the first 3 paragraphs of water pollution. Today, we will look at the last paragraph, and it reads, acid rain soaks into the soil. Like clean rainwater, it drains down into the aquifer through layers of rock that clean the water. However, the acid eats away at much of the rock and does not allow the water to filter properly. So when it reaches the groundwater, the acid rain pollutes it. It becomes unusable. What is the cure for acid rain? We have to clean up the air. Now, pause the video and write down any other possible water issue or problem from this part of the text as you did from the first 3 paragraphs in our previous lesson. Also, take a minute and write down a solution to your problem. Discuss with a family member, caretaker, or friend if you need help with thinking of a water issue and a solution for this paragraph. Please pause the video. In our previous lesson, we read the paragraphs of water pollution and pulled any water issues or problems from the text. We then brainstormed solutions like you see here. I added another water issue from the paragraph that we just read. Here is my issue that I pulled from the paragraph. Acid rain makes groundwater unusable. Were you able to find another problem or water issue? I also added a solution for the problem. We need to write a letter to the lawmakers and ask for their help in cleaning up the air. What solution were you able to add to your chart? Now you will need to review the list of solutions you added to your chart. Ask yourself, what is one thing from my chart that I can do to help with water solutions? Which solution will you choose? Pause the video and discuss with a family member, caretaker, or friend what solution from your chart is something that you think is doable, something that you think you can help to solve. Please pause the video. Now that you have had a chance to discuss and choose a solution that you think is solvable, that you can take part in, let's see which solution I think is doable with some help from people who monitor rivers, lakes, and oceans. Maybe we could add cameras and signs that warn people about polluting the lakes and rivers, then possibly charge them a fine if they break the rules. This is the solution that I chose from my chart that I think is most doable. Which solution did you choose? Now that you have chosen your solution, let's think about what your solution would look like. Draw a sketch of your solution on a blank sheet of paper. Have a family member, caretaker, or friend help you think about what your solution would look like. Pause the video and draw a sketch of your solution. Just sketch your solution for right now, and you can color your sketch at a later time. Let's just focus on the details of your sketch for now. Pause the video. How did you do with your sketch? Here is a sample image of what I would include in my sketch. Notice the surveillance camera placed up in the tree. This will help to record anyone who is polluting the water with trash and used chemicals, or chemicals, period. I also posted a sign near the tree. This allows people to receive fair warning before dumping into the river or lake. Once they are caught on camera, they are charged a fine. What did you include in your sketch? Be sure to share your sketch with a family member, caretaker, or friend. Now let's think about what your solution will sound like. What does your solution sound like? This solution sounds like. Pause the video and discuss what you would say to finish the sentence frame. Be sure to share with a family member, caretaker, or friend what you would say or what your solution would sound like. Please pause the video. Now that you have had a chance to discuss what your solution would sound like and what you would say, here is what I would say for the solution I chose. This solution sounds like, I would place a camera in the trees near a lake or river to observe anyone who might dump trash into rivers illegally. I would also post signs on trees that say, do not pollute. What did your solution sound like? Now you will have an opportunity to pause the video and have a discussion and take a few minutes to write in your journal about the sentence you see here. Imagine what would happen if each of us did just one thing to conserve water and protect Earth's oceans, lakes, and rivers. There are also reminders here about what to do next. So you would read the sentence aloud, discuss the gist of the sentence. The gist of the sentence is what the sentence is mainly about. And then you are to write 2 questions you have about the sentence in your journal or on a sheet of paper. Your questions can be about words you would like to know more about or phrases you are wondering about. Pause the video and discuss the gist along with your 2 questions. What 2 questions did you come up with about the sentence? I wonder if you wondered about the meaning of the word conserve, or if you had questions about what you would do to help protect the oceans, lakes, and rivers. I'm sure you came up with some really great questions. Complete the following sentence. Imagine what would happen if, what could you say here? It has to relate to all that we have been learning about water issues. Pause the video and write your sentence in your journal. Now that you've had a chance to write your sentence in your journal, here's my sample response. Imagine what would happen if each of us did our part to keep rivers, lakes, and oceans clean. Remember, your sentence should also be about what we have been learning, and it should be written down in your journal or on a piece of paper. You will need this sentence for the next part of our lesson. Pause the video and sketch what you think would happen based on your sentence. Sketch what you think would happen based on your sentence. Pause the video. This is a sketch of a river that I think reflects what my sentence would look like. My sentence was, imagine what would happen if each of us did our part to keep rivers, lakes, and oceans clean. I think that in this sketch, you see people doing their part to keep the rivers and lakes clean. You see people picking trash out of the water. I also see a recycle bin on the grass below the squirrel. This lets people know that they should place their trash that can be recycled in that bin. What did you draw on your sketch? Did you add details that are connected to your sentence about water issues? I'm sure that you did a great job. If you want to add more details to your sketch, you can do so at the end of the lesson. Here are the learning targets for today. I can describe what water solutions look like and sound like. I can understand and practice using complex English language structures. Think back on how these learning targets were addressed today and ask yourself, has your understanding of the targets improved? Rate yourself thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumb in the middle. Think about what part of the lesson helped you the most. This concludes our lesson for today.